folks, here's Paradise. This is Altag, and through these videos, we are going to cover learning English in the most comfortable and easiest way possible. So, through the videos, all the videos of this channel, Altag with Paradise, we are covering these main idea how to learn English in more comfortable and fun way, in a way that we really enjoy the process and at the same time learn and make ourselves better day by day in English and learn English and learn how to think in English. So this is the whole mission of this channel, and through the materials and through the videos, it can be in different categories: vocabulary, expressions, slang terms, grammar, prepositions, phrasal verbs, anything. All the contents have the same strategy. They are in there for you to help you be yourself in a better version in English and be more comfortable and confident with your English. So, through this playlist, we are covering grammar tips and ultimate guides to grammar in each category. So through this category, we are covering conditionals. In the previous video, we already covered conditional type 0. So in case that you have any question, any concern, any detail you want to know about that one, so feel free to check the previous video. So let's go and see what is conditional type 1. In the previous video, I mentioned the moment that you see conditional, there would be two parts to that sentence, before comma and after comma. One of them would be cause and another one would be result. Okay, but the conditions that we use this and the way that we express it and the situation in which we want to describe through this conditional differ from type to type. So type 1, the first part would be if plus present simple, if plus present simple. The second part after comma would be will plus base form. Keep that in mind. Only in one part we have if. So in case that you have used if in the first part before comma, after comma you cannot use it. So it doesn't make sense. It's 100% incorrect. And the rest, when we have will, after will, the base form. This is a concept of modals. In another video, we're going to cover modals and what are they and how to deal with them. But for now, have that from me. That with will, we have the base form. What is the base form? For example, when I say will have, will be, will fail, it means it's the simplest form of that word. And again, we have present simple. So it means that the concepts for present simple would hold in here for this if. So let's go and see what are the actual conditions in which we use conditional type 1. Again, there are 3 categories. These are 3 main categories. You can see many other types, many other categories, many other situations in which that grammar book, that website, that blog post, anything would say that in this case, we use conditional type 1. That can be okay. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's wrong. And it doesn't necessarily mean that this is wrong. Because in here, I'm talking about 3 main categories. It can be more, but it's not less. And it means that if you know these 3 main categories, you can do perfect with conditional type 1. Okay, so in here, we're not gonna cover the things that they doesn't matter, or once in a blue moon, we're gonna use them. We are gonna cover the most important things about that grammar and try to use it as much as we can through exercising, okay? So The first condition in which we use conditional type 1, the first situation, to talk about likely or possible future events. What does it mean? It means that imagine I have a scenario in my mind. I want something to happen, and there is a possibility to that. I mean, let's say it can happen. I'm not sure about it. There's no certainty about it, but there is a possibility that say it might happen in the future. So in this case, we use conditional type 1 to give warnings or threats. So, for example, if you do this, as a result, I will hit you, I will beat you. This is a threat. This is a warning. So, if you don't stop doing this, that would be the consequences for you. So, in this case, again, conditional type 1. To make promises or offers, if you do this, I will do that for you. I'm giving you an offer. I'm promising you. I'm giving you my word that if you do this, I will do that for you. Okay? So these are the most important conditions in which we use conditional type 1. So let's use them in the context, in the sentences, to see how in real world, in reality of the daily conversations, we use conditional type 1. Positive sentences. If you eat too much, eat. Simple present, you see? You will feel sick. Will. Feel base form. If you eat too much, as a result, you will feel sick. That is pretty normal. I mean, that is a result to this cause. If you do this, this will happen to you. Makes sense. If she calls me, I will answer. I can also put it this way. I will answer if she calls me. This is totally okay. Okay? But keep that in mind. If I put it here, I mean, if these two would be vice versa, I will not have comma anymore. So if you have if in the middle of the sentence, there's no comma. But if you have the if in the beginning of the sentence, you have comma. If you work hard, you will succeed. The result of working hard probably is succeeding. I'm not 100% agree to this term, but anyway, this is an example. If the weather is nice, you will go to the beach. Okay? If you touch that, you will get hurt. Warning, threats. If you do this, this is dangerous. This is not a good thing to do. There would be consequences for you, and that would be to get burnt, to get hurt. Okay? If you don't study, you see, this is a negative form. Again, remember in the previous video I told you, simple present, the way that we make tenses, make verbs in the simple present form, negative, the same way holds in here. Because with the if, we have simple present. So anything that covers simple present, it holds in here as well. If you don't study, so the auxiliary verb, remember, was do, does. So you, for you, we use do. If you don't study, you will fail the test. This would be a result to you not studying. If you need help, I will be there for you. This is a promise. This is an offer. You see, not offer, it's not a polite way to say, but let's put it this way. I'm trying to give them a kind of a thing that I'm there for them. Okay? I'm giving them my word. If you come to my party, you will have a great time. Again, I'm giving them an offer. I'm saying that if you do this, as a result, my party would be fun and you're gonna have a good time in there. If you drink coffee at night, you will not sleep well. You tell me, which category would that be? Again, if you think you need to think about it, just pause the video, think about it, try to write your notes, and then resume it the moment that you felt that you're ready and you know the answer. So, if you drink coffee at night, this is unlikely. This is actually a warning because uh, if you really drink coffee, not just instant some bullshit instant coffees, if you drink real coffee, you're gonna stay for long in there at night, bro. So that is a warning, if you ask me. Uh, so you see, it's not a very big deal about it. Type 0 and type 1, I can say these are the simplest conditionals, I can say. And it's not a very fancy thing about them. It's a really normal cause and effect. But the next two ones, they can be some parts challenging and some parts there will be some misunderstanding about those two. Most of my students they say that they are the same. I mean, type 2 and type 3, they are the same. Why do we have type 3? It's already mentioned in type 2. Yes, there's a lot of overlap between these two, but there are very slight differences. And in the following video, we're going to cover them. Don't worry. But for now, type 1 was all about this. And for making it negative, as I said, the thing that was in there, making negative, how to make it negative, what the way that it was in present simple, it holds in here. If you don't hurry, we will miss the bus. You see? What will happen if you don't wear a jacket? In the previous video, I told you, as the core concept to conditionals is to talk about a cause and effect. So we are going to cover the reason or the consequences. This is the reason that in here we have what will happen. Because I'm talking about the consequences. What would be the consequences of my action? What would happen as a result of doing this? You see, I'm asking about the results. I'm asking about the outcomes. So the way that we make questions in conditionals, it might differ from the typical way that in other types, in other tenses, we were like putting the auxiliary verb in the beginning of the sentence and the rest will go for it. A little bit different. But anyway, the concept was this. Okay, so conditional type 1 would be for the times that we are going to talk about a possible event in the future, or warnings and threats, or promises and offers. In the following video, we're going to cover conditional type 2. So hold tight, stay in there if you want to know more about it. Ciao!